too long in the bathroom.
Oh, you must be shriveled. Thanks for your tact.
Well, I figured two was company. Anyway, Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Dee.
You don't really have to open yours. It's a knitted hat just like that. Pink, too.
Well, can't have too many. We've got something for you, too.
You do?
Hold on. It's right down here.
Oh, you should have.
Oh, yes, we should.
Sure.
Here you go.
Oh,
Merry
wow.
Christmas, Dee.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas. Oh. Gee, thanks, Dee. It's great.
Well, I saw it and I thought it was you. Oh. Oh, it's beautiful. Thank you.
Hope it fits.
I'm sure it will.
Oh, I'll get it. Never know. Santa Claus might have forgotten something.
What did you get here?
I got sweaters. I got this beautiful jacket.
I'm coming.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Come in.
Merry Christmas, Uncle Pizzo. Let me take your coat.
I have a few things here. Siobhan
Oh, goodness. No, you shouldn't have.
Oh, Joey. Thank you.
and Delia.
Me too? Oh, you're all being so nice. First taking me in and now a present.
A lovely damsel in distress. Who could resist?
Well, come on, everybody. Let's sit down and open our presents.
All right.
I didn't do anything. I'm sorry.
Oh. Well, I guess I'm all set in the tie department.
Aw.
Thanks, Tizo. Phew.
I'm making a mess of this paper. Oh, goodness. Oh, look. Oh, these are beautiful.
Only what you deserve, my dear.
Oh, thank you.
How lovely. Thank you so much.
Joey told me that you didn't have so much luck with your husband last night, so I thought this might cheer you up.
Oh, well, I haven't had too much luck with anything lately. First, I lost all my money in commodities, and then I lost my husband.
Well, nevertheless, I hear you made a very generous loan to your former father-in-law. And so now, for the time being, you're the principal owner of Ryan's. So you can't be completely without assets.
Oh, well, sure, but it's Johnny's bar. Nobody's gonna ever think anything else.
Try not to worry about it. I'm sure everything will work out for you.
When Pizzo tells you not to worry, dear, don't worry.
Well, such a nice man like you. I don't know why you're not sitting around your own Christmas tree right now, surrounded by children.
My wife couldn't have children. So we were left alone together. And when she died, well, I have Joey here.
Delia, I think maybe we better get ourselves dressed. We have a Christmas dinner to go to.
Oh, yeah, right. Excuse us, Uncle
Oh,
Tizo.
certainly.
Well, you ladies go ahead first.
Joey and Siobhan have 2 Christmas dinners to go to today, Delia. At Ryan's this afternoon and with me tonight. I'd be very happy if you would join us tonight.
Oh, really? If I wouldn't be intruding. You are so sweet to think of me. It means a lot right now. Thank you.
My pleasure.
I'm gonna wear this.
Hello, Johnny.
Jack, look, I came down to see you in person. Ask if you'd come uptown with me and have Christmas with the family.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Do you mind if I come in? Thanks. You know, you got a lot of Christmas presents up there in the apartment under the tree. I thought of bringing them down with me, but be more Christmassy, you coming up there to open them, huh?
I'll pick them up some other time, thank you.
Well, we've been thinking a lot about the spirit of Christmas. You know, a time of love, a time of peace.
Johnny, last thing I need is a lecture on the meaning of Christmas. We had one every year at the orphanage of the Good Shepherd. Sister Mary Joel made sure I listened. I heard the message.
Well, I'm going to say this to you, Jack, whether you want to hear it or not.
Christmas is a holiday where families should be together, right, John? So I should come uptown and be the good son-in-law, right?
That's exactly right.
Or wrong? I don't want any part of it.
I know that, Jack. You made that abundantly clear, and it'd be perfectly all right with me, except for one thing.
Which is?
I don't want you to stay away from the family because of me or anything I've done.
Okay, let me try to set your mind at rest. What I'm doing has nothing whatsoever to do with you. If I'm not up there, it's because I don't want to be up there. Put all the blame on me.
Nobody's blaming you, Jack.
I don't want to make any connections right now, Johnny.
Well, Jack, there are people up there who think you've already made some connections. Who think of you as a member of the family. Want you to be with them. Maeve, Ryan, all the rest, including me.
I realize you went to the trouble of coming all the way down.
So you
here.
wouldn't hang up on me.
I know you're making an effort, but it isn't any good.
Well, I'm not as convinced of that as you are, Jack. I was hoping I could persuade you to allow yourself some comfort. It's what Mary would want.
Don't you tell me what Mary would want. And save the rest of your crap about people needing each other and family rallying around.
I am going to say it if it's true, Jack.
The truth as revealed by Johnny Ryan.
Man, why won't you listen?
Because I've heard it all before. You're the one who doesn't listen. I keep telling you. I got along without connections before Mary, and I'll get along without him now.
For God's sake, man, you've got a little child up there.
I want you to leave now.
I will not let you walk away from that little girl. She's not a connection you can just break.
Listen, Johnny, for Maeve's sake, I don't want to fight with you.
Well, I'm not fighting, Jack. I'm talking to you about Ryan, Maeve, Nellie.
You're going to leave, or do I have to throw you out?
You're going to come uptown with me or not?
I don't want any part of anything uptown. Is that clear enough?
I don't believe you, Jack.
You better.
No, I've seen you with that little girl. I don't believe you'd allow her to spend her first Christmas alone without her mother. I don't believe you'd walk away from Maeve, who loves you. From all the rest of the family who love you. Or even from me.
I've been drinking whiskey for about a week straight now, and I don't feel anything. You and Johnny watering this stuff?
Yes, especially for our friends.
It doesn't make any sense, Maeve. Mary's dead. She should be here with us now.
Oh, Bob. Don't do that, man. And don't do too much of that. It won't help things.
Hey, Merry Christmas.
Well, Merry Christmas to you.
Good morning,
Mom. We brought some things.
Well, as you know that there's presents under the tree for all of you. Why don't you go on up? Jillian's there with Francis, with the babes.
Oh.
And your father and I will be along as soon as he gets back.
Bobby, do you know, has Roger been by today?
Honey, I don't know.
No luck.
Well, at least you tried.
I kept telling myself it's what Mary would have wanted.
Yes, I thank you for that, dear. At least it was a plant and a seed. And that's got to make him feel better about being alone. It's all for the good.
Maeve? Has Roger been by today? Looking for me, maybe?
No, dear. Why would he?
Well, we're sort of separating, and I was just hoping...
Separated?
T, what in the hell are you talking about?
He threw me out last night. It was awful.
T.
The thing is, I still love him more than ever. And I think I've lost him now.
Well, we thought the two of you were doing just great together.
Oh, we were. Until my commodities started going wrong. At first it was bananas, and then wool, and the next thing I was in debt to my broker.
Well, you didn't lose all your money.
And then Dan kept urging me to borrow more. And I thought I was going to make it all back by investing in rice.
Rice?
Yeah, I heard you talking about it to Bobby.
Well, you certainly didn't hear the entire conversation, did you?
Well, I don't know. All I know is that I wound up owing him $50,000. He started pressuring me for the
Well,
money.
he's the kind of rat I think he is.
Yes. He got me up to his corporate apartment that they keep for out-of-town clients. Except I think they really keep it for people like me. And he gave me all this champagne. He said he really wanted to be my friend. But I really had to do something about that money I owed him. And so you know.
I'll kill him.
Bobby, that's not going to help anything.
Celia, I'm really shocked. I truly am.
Now he says he loves me.
Well, why couldn't you have gone to a bank and raised money on Ryan's? You could have raised $50,000 that way.
Give somebody a mortgage on Ryan's? Oh, I could never do that. What if I couldn't pay the loan? You'd lose the bar. Johnny, Dan could never make me do that.
Well, thanks for that, Dee.
But it got to the point where I just couldn't go on with Dan, and I went to tell him that. And then Roger walked in at the corporate apartment at the absolute worst moment, and he didn't understand, and he wouldn't let me explain.
Oh, dear.
I wanted to tell him how I fought Dan. I resisted every move.
Celia, what is it?
Nothing. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. I shouldn't have said anything.
Well, I'd rather hear it from you than from Mrs. O'Leary up at the bakery on the corner.
Siobhan and Joe are waiting upstairs, and I don't want little John to see me like this, so
Sure,
give me a couple
sure.
minutes.
Oh, of course. Just take whatever time you need.
I'll be right up.
Dee, I want to get my hands on this guy.
Bobby, please, just, will you go tell little John I'll be right there? This isn't fair. What are you doing here?
Here, I'm looking for you. The last thing I saw of you after your husband broke in on us was you running out the door throwing your dress at me. Why, you didn't even call me. I didn't know what happened. He could have killed you for all I knew.
All he did was throw me out of... Which I suppose will make you glad.
I won't lie. Doesn't make me miserable.
Well, it does me.
When I talked to him, I gathered you weren't there.
You talked to Roger?
On the phone. He said he didn't know where you were, and he hung up.
I don't want you to phone him. You know what he'll think if you phone him?
What? What is he going to think? What, that I'm in love with you?
He'll think we're having an affair.
We are.
You are, I'm not.
My darling, I don't think he'll appreciate the distinction.
Please, don't phone him again.
Wait a minute, I'm confused. Now, when I talked to him, I thought the marriage was over.
It is because of you, but I don't want it to be, and I'm trying to find ways to make things up.
Evidently, your husband doesn't want to make anything up.
I know.
But I do.
Please.
Delia, I am hoping that you will stop looking back and start looking forward again. Please?
Why is it that you never believe anything I say to you?
Because I keep remembering what it was like, what you were like when we were together. Because I know that you're attracted to me and that you have loved me. And also because I know that I can make things up to you for causing so much unhappiness.
I can't see how.
Well, just let me show you. Delia, you can have anything in the world that you want. Any whim. We can start with the ownership of this place. It can be yours again.
You mean now?
It's going to be my first present to you, celebrating our arrangement. What else? I know you like the coat. I'll get you white mink sheets. Hey, do you want a car? I'll get you 2 cars, 6 cars. I'll have a chauffeur for each one. Delia, we can go to Paris, to Rome. Oh, let me tell you, in the Far East, there are such enchantments there. There are things, believe me, that Westerners never even dreamed of.
I don't want to go anywhere. I love New York.
All right. Well, you don't like the idea of the apartment midtown by the office? I'll get you a penthouse overlooking the park, or a townhouse by the river, or your own duplex on Park Avenue. How big do you want? Huh? How many rooms? 9? 15?
You've been
It'll be as
thinking about
big
this
as you
all along,
want.
haven't you?
Right from the first afternoon, when you found out Roger was having an affair, and you came straight to me.
He gave her up.
No, he gave you up. The fool.
So maybe that's why you took so many chances. That's why you phoned me in the middle of the night, so Roger would wonder, so he'd be suspicious.
Believe me, I never wanted to hurt you.
Yes, you did. You wanted him to find out. You're happy he threw me out.
No. I am upset about this. But tell me, somewhere, aren't you glad to be rid of an unfaithful husband?
He is not unfaithful.
All right, it doesn't matter. Delia, all I want is for you to go back to being the person you were when we were first together.
Please.
You can have anything you want, everything you want.
Stop it.
Don't you remember what it was like when the two of us were together?
I'm trying to forget.
That's all that I can think of.
Dan, no.
All right, mister, let's just take your hands off.
Hey, wait a minute. What is this?
Bobby!
My sister, you
Bobby,
little rat.
stop
Get
it!
your hands off of me.
Bobby, let him go! Let him go! Bobby, you don't understand. You don't understand. I still owe him all that money. Now you have to calm down. Please. Dan, I'm sorry.
You have to make up your own mind. Now, you reconsider about me and everything that I have to offer, and come tell me that you want what I want, or I'm going to foreclose on this place
Get the
tomorrow.
hell out of here. She doesn't want to talk to you.
I'll call you tomorrow. I promise. I promise. Bobby! Don't Johnny and Maeve have enough problems? I never even had it. And the chestnut. Hey, no explosions. No, really, you're amazing. Don't you think your uncle's an amazing man?
What do you mean, explosions?
The chestnuts. Do you remember the chestnuts that time? Yes, you do. In 8th grade, I tried to cook chestnuts like that guy who had to stand over on Broadway because we were walking home from school one day and they smelled so good. You said they were the easiest thing in the world to make. Or maybe it was Mary.
Oh, now I understand. You forgot to slip the
Yeah, right. It was all over the oven. All these little furry pieces and this awful sweet smell. I thought I was going to hate chestnuts forever, but the way you fixed them tonight, it was really good. It was a real Christmassy Christmas dinner. Hey, you sure you don't want a bite of this? It's delicious, too.
No, thank you. Look, Dee, it's okay.
I just wasn't thinking. I have that problem sometimes.
The problem is we've had a long day. The Ryan dinner, Novotny dinner, Santa Claus,
Oh, yeah.
various other excitement.
Yeah, right. It was quite a day.
Well, I'm sure you have more on the menu.
I do. Liqueurs, some beautiful fruit.
Oh.
Even so, I'm about to say goodnight before my beautiful bride here falls sound asleep.
Oh, no. Don't blame it on me.
Okay, I'm wiped out, too.
Listen, Tizo, it was a wonderful meal, and I'm going to ask you how to cook Christmas goose sometime, but right now,
Of course.
I think...
I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were tired. If you've been waiting for me to finish this,
Well, I
I'm
don't
not
want anybody to rush off. Let me just stay and have some more coffee. I'll get you back to Joey's safe, if you're still staying there.
Well, I hope I am.
Oh, of course you are. That's why I gave you a key.
Good. Then you two can take off.
If that's okay with you guys.
It's fine. We'll see you later.
All right.
See you, Dee.
Oh, thank you.
It occurred to me that you might want some privacy.
Good man.
All right.
Good night.
I just love Joey. He hardly knows me. He's been so sweet about taking me in. And so have you. I mean, including me and everything. I don't know what I would have done. See, I'm wearing your Christmas present. I'm sorry I didn't have anything for you. Oh, how am I ever going to repay you?
I will tell you how, Delia.
Here, let me get your boots.
Oh, brother. Oh, this is what I've needed. Oh, we should have spent Christmas right here.
Yeah. You and me and Delia.
Poor Dee. You really hate having her around. All right, you can say it.
It's impossible to hate Delia.
Yeah, I kind of felt that way about her, too.
Might want to smack her now and then.
Well, I used to pinch her.
Ooh, there's an idea. Not a very exciting one, though.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I'm sure about that. You're the only woman that excites me. A life with you excites me. Plans, family. What's mean?
Yeah. Okay. Well, planned family sounds good.
You're tired, but not too tired to put me on, right?
Oh, I wasn't putting you on. I wasn't, Joe.
I said plans and a family. You said family planning, as in birth control.
Well, what have you got going on in your head?
Well, I've told you some of it.
Yeah. You like the continuity of my family? How we all know where we come from, the way we support each other. You like that?
Exactly.
And?
And I want it for us. Our own little unit, the Novaks. Mom and Dad and the kids.
Yeah, but first we have to deal with Joe and Siobhan. I mean, husband and wife. Then maybe we can move on to, Ma and Pa.
For a little while, I guess.
Let me ask you one question, then I'll get this clear in my head. How would you feel if I got pregnant this week? Oh, good Lord.
Well, I take incredibly good care of you.
Oh, Joe.
Money be no obstacle. I've got 5 boats now. No reason to believe why I won't grow into a fleet. Which is another good reason to hurry up with the kids. When I'm a big success, I won't have as much time for them. Jack lost Mary. You know what's going to pull him through?
Do you?
Ryan. That little girl's where his life is.
Okay. But you're not Jack. And I'm not.
No. We're not going to die or lose each other. We're going to stay alive, Siobhan. Stay alive and love and growing together. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Isn't it?
Yeah. Of course.
So it's not just in my head. We agree. It's what we both want.
It's timing. That's all. Promise me that you live to be 100.
I promise. I love you.
So you're going to tell me how I can repay you? Okay, great.
I want only one thing from you.
What's that?
The whole story. The whole story. You've told part of it, but you've left part of it out. So, Uncle Tizo, you explain it all.
Explain.
You lost $100,000 in the commodity market. You have debts. Your broker is giving you problems. I've heard all that. You're in serious trouble. But I've been watching you tonight, and it's more than upset, more than worry. I think you are very frightened about something. And that's what I want you to explain to me. What is it that you won't tell Joe and Siobhan?
Nothing, really. What do you mean you've been watching me?
Well, I've been watching you, and what I see is that you take 2 bites of the goose. That much of the stuffing, one bite.
Keith-o, this is my second dinner. I know I ate more than that.
Thank you. You jump when the phone rings. When Siobhan mentioned her father, your face went white. Sometimes you have tears in your eyes. Right now, your hand's shaking. Your voice.
Well, Mary's death, was really upsetting, and my whole situation with Roger is making me miserable.
This fear, this terror is it's not sadness. Oh, please, explain it to me. Perhaps I can help.
No, you can't. He only wants me. What am I talking about?
Be nervous. He is your broker.
Yes.
I'm a sensitive man. It's the key to a long life. Come on. Your broker, he expects certain favors.
But I won't be kept by him. Not for 50 minks. Not for $1 million.
He's made you a proposition.
He follows me around with it everywhere. He showed up at Joe and Siobhan's wedding reception. He made me leave Mary's funeral. And today, my brother practically had to throw him out of Ryan's bar, and I'm scared.
What are you afraid? What can he do to you?
A lot. And not just to me. Believe me, I did something terrible.
In my time, I have done many terrible things.
I've lied to everybody. Even to you. You know how this morning when I said that it was really Johnny's bar and nobody'd ever think anything different? Well, the truth is that I signed it over to my broker when he loaned me $50,000.
And you have lost it. And now your broker is the owner of Ryan's.
And he says that if I don't go with him and live in this apartment that he set up for me, tomorrow he'll foreclose and throw Johnny and Maeve out. But if I go, I'll never get Roger back. And I love him. And I hate Dan Fox.
Mr. Fox has actually made this threat? What instructions has he given you?
I'm supposed to meet him at the corporate apartment tomorrow. But he'll have to drag me there, because he doesn't know where I am, so I'm safe until... But then he'll take the bar, and then the Ryans and my little boy, they'll all be out on the street.
Delia, please. You must listen to me. Listen. Good. Now, I dislike this kind of a businessman. But I understand him. And he will understand me.
You?
I give you a suggestion. Tomorrow morning you call him and arrange to meet him. Then you stay put here in Brooklyn. The rest I will handle.
But handle how? You wouldn't.
Too many supermarket gossip papers. Too much. No, I will simply reason with him. He won't be touched, I assure you. But you must remember to have him bring your entire portfolio, including the note on Ryan's place. Will you accept my suggestion?
Excuse me, what are you doing here? This is a private apartment.
Hey, take it easy, Mr. Fox. Everything's fine, but you got company.
No, I don't. I'm using this apartment this afternoon for a business meeting.
You're exactly right, Mr. Fox. You have a meeting with me.
Who the hell are you?
My name is Tiso Novotny. I'm here about our mutual friend, Mrs. Delia Coleridge. Sit down, Mr. Fox. We have a few things to discuss.
That's a lot of bull, Vinny. You don't care any more about the Union today than you did 20 years ago. You're not talking about the Union. You're talking about Vinny Romano. What's good for old number one?
You know so much, Finelli. How come I haven't seen you around the Union lately?
Maybe you haven't been keeping your eyes open.
That's going to be trouble.
I told Vinny to stay clear of Jack. I thought he understood about Mary and everything.
Still carry a card, Jack?
Sure.
Finelli isn't going to give up his card, Norman. Not that he has to go out and work for a living, mind you. He doesn't have to do that anymore, but he's got to have his credentials. How can he play like the working man's reporter without a union card?
That's right, Vinny. I get to play reporter. Keep an eye on the minor offices of the local. Might take a little payoff here, arrange for a little slowdown there.
Get over there. I'm going to make a call.
Hey, Vinny, you're empty. How about another beer, huh? Hey, listen, got any money on the Super Bowl?
Ryan's.
This is Jumbo Marino. Is Maeve there, please?
Oh, no, I'm sorry, Jumbo. She went for a walk along the drive with Father McShane.
Jillian, is that you?
Yeah. How are you?
Not so good. When do you think she'll be back?
Well, we told her to take her time. I'm helping Mrs. Shaw with the kids. Why? What's up?
Well, I got Giovanni down here at the Gennaro Social Club. He's been drinking slow but steady all afternoon, and he's looking for a fight.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we can always strong on him, but I figured Maeve could talk him out of it, you know?
Yeah, I do know. And you're probably right, but I'm afraid she's going to be gone for the rest of the afternoon. I wonder if, maybe I could be some help.
Well, I tell you, it's kind of like the old days. Come near me and I'll bust your head, knock your head off, you know. And you had plenty of experience with that.
Oh, Jumbo. It's all so sad.
Yeah, it is.
Look, let me see what I can do, all right? I mean, I don't think I can make matters worse.
Now, do me a favor and hurry.
I'll be right there.
Thanks.
I'm sorry, but Mrs. Coleridge is a valued client of Grimley and Fox. Our relationship with her is privileged. Any business dealings I have with her are strictly confidential, so we don't have anything to discuss, Mr. Novotny. Unless, of course, you're interested in opening an account with us.
No.
Well, in that case,
Sit down, Mr. Fox.
I'm sorry, but I have a business meeting scheduled here this afternoon. My client is due any moment.
You're expecting Mrs. Coleridge here. Mrs. Coleridge will not be here today, or ever. Now, I think you better just sit down and listen to me. That's better. Cigar?
No, thank you.
You've behaved very badly, Mr. Fox. No style. No class.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about your confidential dealings with Mrs. Coleridge. Unlike you, Mrs. Coleridge has a great deal of class. Furthermore, she is a wife and mother. And recently, she has joined my family in a sort of way. All these reasons, I'm very upset about the way you've been acting. You do know who I am, don't you?
Your nephew just married Siobhan Ryan.
That's correct. But it doesn't quite answer my question.
I read the papers, Mr. Novotny. I know who you are.
Excellent. Now then, you have made a loan to Miss Coleridge of $50,000 and taken collateral, a note on Ryan's bar. But you have harassed and blackmailed Mrs. Coleridge. And you've taken advantage of her. You've interfered with her family life. You've pressed presents on her. And now you're going to foreclose on the Ryan bar unless she meets you here today and tomorrow and on and on. I'm very upset, Mr. Fox. You must make amends.
And what did you have in mind?
You will declare that her debt is paid in full. You will tear up the note for Ryan's bar, and you will agree not to ever see or talk to her again.
Oh, that's out of the question.
George. Very nice. Huh? You drink to excess, Mr. Fox?
No?
Never?
Rarely.
Very smart. You know, George and I were just talking this morning about some people we know that had very bad accidents related to alcohol. Is that right, George?
Yeah, it sure was.
What happened to Wally Berman at that time at lunch?
Oh, Wally drank himself a bottle of nice white Burgundy. And he took a little nap on a couch with a lit cigarette in his hand. He never woke up.
But I think the worst was Henry. Down the staircase, broken neck, fractured skull, wife and 2 children left behind. How long have you been married, Mr. Fox?
6 years.
And how old is your oldest child?
4.
Nice age. I believe you have Miss Coleridge's portfolio here somewhere. Go get it. Miss Coleridge's collateral and the note on Ryan's bar is among these papers?
It is.
I need a light for my cigar. Mrs. Coleridge alone.
Repaid in full.
I'm very happy to see this. You know what you should do with the money? Take a vacation.
It's impossible.
Not at all. You've been working too hard. You've been neglecting your family. Take your wife and 2 children and go for 3 months on the Caribbean.
This is a large business to run, Mr. Novotny. I can't afford to take 3 days off, let alone 3 months.
Oh, yes, you can. Your health depends on it.
Actually, my wife has been talking about wanting to see the Aegean.
What could be more pleasant? New Year's on the Greek Isles. I think I will take this along as your farewell present to Delia.
New Year's?
This time tomorrow, be on the plane.
Good. Some people don't change. Gives you a nice feeling of continuity in your life.
That's right.
Even people you don't like. Especially people you don't like. You know, something satisfying about bumping into a guy you haven't seen in a long time and discovering that he's the same clown he was 20 years ago. You're just a kid. Even then you knew he was a jerk. Nice to know that you had good judgment.
Vanelli's drunk, Jumbo. Why don't you send him home to bed?
Nobody sends me anywhere, Vinny.
Wow, look who's here. What a pleasure. Vision, all right. Sure. Here we break all the rules.
Thanks.
Here, come on, sit down.
Hi, Jack.
What are you doing here?
Oh, I was in the neighborhood, so I thought I'd stop by for a few minutes, say hello to Jumbo.
That's less than true, Julian. Bad move, Jumbo.
The truth is that you are busily down here getting yourself into a whole lot of trouble. And I thought maybe you might like to go for a ride.
That's a great idea, honey.
What out, Vinny?
Do everybody a favor and take Vinny for a ride.
Vinny, I think maybe it's time for you to leave.
I pay my dues. I spend more time down here than he does. And I'm not about to leave just because Finelli doesn't like the way I parted my hair today.
Well, your haircut's fine, Vinny. But your basic personality gives me a pain.
I missed that.
What out?
I was at Maeve's when Jumbo called. I spent the whole afternoon with little John and Ryan. You know what she said to me less than an hour ago? She said her daddy's coming to get her soon.
What'd you say?
I said she was right.
Well, you were wrong.
Really? Well, I don't see how you can stay away from her much longer.
Why not?
Because she needs you. And you need her.
Why is that?
Because you love Mary. And Ryan is Mary's daughter. And your daughter. And your connection to Mary.
Mary's dead.
But you're not. Ryan isn't.
Go away, Jillian.
No.
Okay. Have a drink. Lou, we need another glass. Bottle of Bartolino. So, how's Frank? Law practice?
Frank's sad, and the law practice is going to take care of itself. And I don't really feel like having a drink, thanks. But I tell you, I am a little hungry.
Like to get me out of here and up the riverside. You've changed, Jillian. You used to mind your own business. I don't need a nursemaid, or a guardian angel, or a babysitter. All I want's another bottle, some time to myself.
Finelli, why don't you take your girlfriend and your bottle of wine and go home to bed?
What can I do for you? I'm meeting my sister, Mrs. Coleridge. She's waiting over there for me.
Hi, Bobby.
It's Mr. Reed, isn't it?
You got it. You got a permit for what's in that holster?
Yes, sirree, Lieutenant. Kind of tough to give up, isn't it? Being a cop.
Yeah.
I'm so glad to see you. What was that all about?
That was about old habits, making a fool of myself. So how you feeling, any better?
I don't know. Not much. I'm beginning to realize what it's going to be like without Roger, and I don't like it. I was so dumb, Bobby. I really messed things up badly.
Well, Dee, I can't believe this whole thing is going to last.
Oh, try telling that to Roger and see where it gets you.
Well, Roger was the one who was playing around to begin with.
That doesn't matter.
Did you tell him you knew that?
Yeah.
Well, so what did he say? He can't pretend it's going to change the situation. He doesn't owe money to anybody. No one's hassling him.
Bobby, Tizo knows about this, but I don't want everybody else around here to know. Roger's a very selfish person. Now he's got his own set of rules for himself, which he makes up as he goes along, and another one for everybody else. Now his affair doesn't count. But Dan forcing me to go to bed with him means the end of everything.
Well, listen, Roger may be selfish, but he's not stupid. Now, you give him some time, he's going to realize this whole thing doesn't make much sense.
Maybe. But I don't think so.
What about Mr. Fox?
Oh, Bobby, he was so mad when you pushed him down yesterday. But he doesn't know where I am.
Yeah, well, I'm going to pay a visit to him this afternoon at his office.
No, Bobby, no, you don't understand.
Honey, I'm not going to touch him. I'm a little hungover today, but I'm not drunk.
No, Bobby, really. It might be all over by this afternoon. I'll explain later, but what I'm worried about now is where am I going to stay? I can't go on sleeping at Joe and Siobhan's, and you don't have room. And I can't go to Maeve.
Well, how much money you got?
About $13.
Plus a white mink coat.
Of course. Bobby, you're a genius. I'll sell the coat. Oh, who cares if I can't get what it's worth? And the earrings.
What earrings?
Oh, Dan gave me these big emerald and diamond earrings. He said they were real. Why didn't I think of this before? You don't know how important it is to me to be financially independent.
Yeah, well, honey, I think it's important to everybody. Well, here comes the man himself.
Got some good news for you, do you?
Oh, I could sure use it. You know my brother, Bob Reed? Tizo Novotny?
Good to see you again.
Yeah, Mr. White.
Sit down. Make yourself at home. Mr. Fox apologizes for the fact he's caused you so much trouble. He's forgiven your loan and gone off with his family for 3 months' vacation. You'll never hear from him again.
No kidding.
Tizo. Oh, how can I ever thank you?
A smile like that, who needs thanks?
What about
It's all taken care of, too.
just like that?
Just like that. If you'll excuse me, I have some calls to make.
Isn't that incredible?
Yeah, you can say that again.
Oh, come on, Bobby. Not another word. I don't care what anybody says about Tizo Novotny. I think he's Mr. Wonderful.
Get a cop. I'm gonna press charges. I'm gonna see to it that they lock him up.
No, get your hands up!
No!
There's a cop down on the corner or else on Canal Street. Get him! Get a cop! Move!
I'll be right back.
I have Norm, but the rest of you saw what happened. It was assault. He went after me. He came in here looking for a fight. You're gonna be sorry for this one, Jack. They're gonna lock you up, and you won't go home for months.
So, I'll call you at home tonight. Thank you so much for coming to see me. I love you.
I love you, too. You know, if your friend comes up with any more on Mr. Fox, you let me know, okay?
Sure, I will.
Nice man, your brother. I've heard good things about him.
Oh, well, I think he's the best brother in the world. Are you going to tell me any more about what happened?
Of course, sit down.
Especially about the note on Ryan's.
He burned it.
Really?
You don't have to think about it again. And he sent you a present.
Oh, he didn't.
Yes, well, not exactly, but it was intended for you, so I thought you ought to have it.
Well, I'll sell it, too. He gave me this coat and earrings, and I just realized I can sell them all and have enough to live on for years.
I'd be pleased if you let me handle the sale. You know, you can't be too careful about these things. To get the good price, you have to know somebody.
Well, sure, but I wouldn't want to put you in any more trouble.
No trouble. It's my pleasure. At your convenience, of course.
Thank you so much.
And there's something else that I want to discuss with you. I haven't got it clear in my mind yet, but when I get the details straightened out, I think I have a plan that will interest you very much, Delia.
Oh, well, all I can tell you is so far, I think your plans are terrific.
You're not listening to me. You are sitting there, but you're not listening. I'm sorry, what's your name?
I'm Sergeant Booth.
Ah, Sergeant Booth. Jack Finelli is not a criminal.
You can tell the judge when he gets to night court.
Well, as I've explained, I'd like to get him out of here now this afternoon. I don't want him locked up until tonight.
I know, he just lost his wife. He's very upset.
Well, whatever he's done, what I'm trying to
The charge
explain...
is assault, disturbing the peace.
Ah, that's crazy. All he did is slug the guy. And that Vinny had it coming.
Mr. Finelli is a prominent citizen. He's also a resident of New York City. Now, I don't understand why he can't be released of his own recognizance. I promise you he'll be in court when his case shows up.
Tell the judge when he gets tonight.
Jumbo, do you have a dime? Thanks.
What do you have to do to get a break around here, Norman?
Doesn't hurt. Frank Ryan.
Hi, it's me. Finelli got in a fight. We're at the 27th precinct. You still know somebody down here?
One or two, yeah. Do you think I could be of some help?
Yeah, I'd like to get him out of here. But almost more important than that, maybe you can do something about a certain sergeant?
I just caught you. Delia here?
Yeah, she's upstairs, just heading in to pick up Siobhan at her folks' place.
Please remember me to your father-in-law.
Maybe I won't.
I'm about to make a business offer to Delia.
Good. I'm not too happy with the present location.
Well, we can make other arrangements. I had a conversation with Delia's broker. We came to an understanding.
I bet you did.
But that's only half the story. Delia's unhappy about her husband, too.
Yeah, I know.
I wonder if it'd be a good idea for me to have a talk with him about taking her back.
No, Tizo.
I think that would be a good idea.
Delia wouldn't want you to, and it wouldn't do any good anyway.
You sure?
Yeah.
Well, you know about women. I won't argue with you, Joey. Oh, here's Delia.
Hi. What am I missing?
I'm just going into town to pick up Siobhan.
Would you like a little company until they come back?
Sure, I'd like that.
Okay, I'll see you later then. So long,
Bye.
Tizo. Bye, Dave.
Bye, Joey. You're wearing the pendant I gave you.
Well, sure. I feel like it's sort of a good luck charm. Since you gave it to me, things have gotten better.
I'm glad you feel that way. Because there's something else I'd like to do for you.
What's that?
Hire you. After a fashion.
Hire me.
Yes, you've got a lot of experience at the Ryan's bar. And with your class and your intelligence, I think you'd be a natural for the restaurant business.
Oh, sure, I know I would. You know, sometimes when I'm at Ryan's and I get mad at Johnny, I think about opening up a place right across the street and putting him out of business.
Well, I wasn't thinking of putting Mr. Ryan out of business.
Oh, no, I didn't mean that. I just meant that sometimes I dream of having a place like Ryan's of my own.
Ryan's, a corner bar, it's small time.
Small time?
Yes, I was thinking of something much more classy. Something I wanted to go into for many years. But I couldn't because of my reputation and because I didn't have the right partner.
A partner?
Yes, somebody who would be the ostensible owner of the place, but I would be the...
Silent partner.
Exactly. Does that bother you?
No.
Well, my idea is to have a really classy place that caters to the New York theatrical and sports world. You know, lots of celebrities and glamour.
Wow.
I'll put up the money. My accountants will take care of the books. But we will let you handle the staff and the decorations. We'll leave that all to you. But maybe we will discuss the menu between us.
Oh, of course. You're such a good cook yourself.
Well, as a silent partner, I couldn't be instructing the chefs in the kitchen. But we'll set it up so that you can pass the word along. And I will be one of our best customers.
So, this is so exciting.
Well, there's one other important thing, and this affects both you and me. I have to be the most silent of silent partners. Nobody, including Siobhan and Joey, should know about this. It's a strictly legitimate business, but the police and the feds will be on top of us if they find out that I have anything to do with it.
But how would I explain my suddenly owning a fancy restaurant? Unless I said that I still had a little bit of money in commodities and...
And your commodities took a turn for the better.
Right.
You made a killing, and then you wanted to go into something less risky.
Yeah. Yeah. But Tiso,
Yeah?
there really isn't anything illegal about this, is there?
Absolutely not. A business venture. You would be there supervising it all the time. A profitable restaurant. And you would be getting 25% of the profits. Well?
Oh. Well... Ooh, I always like to follow my instincts. And my instincts about this are just great.
A deal?
When are we going to start?
I'll start looking for a suitable place tomorrow.
Why is it when you give a man a badge, all you get back is arrogance?
It's the system. Jack writes about it all the time.
Oh, well, I hope he does such a column about this.
Hi, Jim. How are you? Jumbo?
Good to see you.
Dominic. How are you?
Hey,
Come on over.
will you look who the cat dragged in? How you doing, Senator?
Oh, no, Counselor.
Hey, listen, I know you were telling the truth about all that other stuff, and you're still a senator in my book, and a damn good one.
Thank you. You've met my friends, Jillian Coleridge, Jumbo Marino?
Yeah, sure. They're worried about the newspaper man we got in sack. He's not a friend of yours, too.
Dominic, he's my brother-in-law. Or at least he was.
Your sister was his wife? Oh, gosh, I'm sorry.
Well, Miss Coleridge is my legal partner, and our law firm is representing Jack. And we'll be happy to guarantee that he'll be in court whenever he's wanted.
Yeah, sure. Let me see what I can do.
Thanks, Dom.
Another illustration that it isn't what you know.
But who you know? We went through the police academy together.
I never had a cop for a friend.
Well, you have one now, Jumbo.
Thanks.
At least an ex-cop.
Thanks, Frank.
What did Jack do, anyway?
Well, it seems that he spent the afternoon in the Gennaro Social Club drinking.
And looking for trouble.
So Jumbo called Maeve, see if maybe she could talk him around. She wasn't home, so I thought maybe I could help out. By the time I got there, he was ready to pick a fight.
And he slugged the guy.
Well, I guess we all know why.
Here he is.
Oh, great. There he is.
Paisan, how are you?
I'm okay. You responsible for getting me out of here?
Jill called me.
Thanks.
You all right? You feel okay?
Why should I feel bad? Minnie never laid a hand on me.
Come on, Jack.
What I'm trying to say is I don't want any sympathy.
You better keep an eye on him.
You got all your stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Good. I've got a car outside. You want to go?
Where?
Well, I thought we'd go over to Ryan's, have a glass of beer, get something to eat.
I, for one, am starving.
Some of Maeve's home cooking? Why not?
Why not? Why? Look, I realize this is your good deed for today, but enough's enough.
Jack, all we're going to do is give you a ride home.
Your home, maybe. Not mine. I live at Wee Hawkins Street, remember?
Look, why can't we just all go and get something to eat together?
I'll tell you what, if you don't want to go to Ryan's, why don't we go to Greenberg's?
Sounds like a great idea.
I got a better idea. Just leave me alone. I don't want your consent. I don't need your moral support. And I certainly don't need your babysitting.
Jack, we don't need you jumping on us either.
Then don't condescend to me, Frank.
Finale, what the hell are you doing?
I'm getting the hell out of here. That's what I'm doing. Can I go?
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Mr. Ryan here.
Right.
Ryan. Thank you, Mr. Ryan. Thank you, Mr. Ryan.
Jack,
Okay.
look, if you don't want to go, you don't have to. No one's going to force you.
You're right about that.
I'll try to keep up with it.
Hello? May I come in? I tried phoning you first.
This, gonna be a long visit. Guess so.
I hear you had a kind of a bad night of it last night, eh?
Yeah, well, this morning hasn't been too terrific either.
At least you're not in jail for disturbing the peace. Or whatever.
Didn't Frank give you the details?
Yes, he did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, that's nice. Saved me all that time and trouble.
Jack,
Thank him
you're
for
not going to make me angry with you and force me out of here, so...
Look, I don't need a lecture.
Well, what is it that you need? Because you certainly need something, man.
Maeve,
All right, it's got to stop, Jack. It's just gone on too long. You're hurting yourself, and you're hurting all of us around you who love you.
Sorry.
I can put up with it for as long as I have to. Because I understand the pain you're going through. But what about Ryan? I mean, how can I make her understand when all she knows is that her mother is gone and that her father isn't there? How do I explain that to a little child?
She's all right.
No.
She'll be all right.
How can you say that? I mean, how do you know it? I mean, she's uptown asking for her mother, asking for you. Lord, man, are you so locked up in your own grief that you don't know what it is that you're doing to her, to all of us? I said that I understood. Well, I don't. I don't understand. We need you.
No.
Don't tell me we don't. I need you. Your daughter needs you. You can't have the right to deny us.
I'm not denying anybody anything.
You're denying your child, her father, and her home.
She has a home. You and Johnny can give her anything she needs. I can't.
You won't. Jack, I'm not going to let you get away with it.
You don't have anything to say about it. The sooner you realize that, the easier it's going to be on both of us. I'm sure you got things that you have to do uptown. Why don't you go and take care of them?
You telling me to leave?
Yeah.
Well, what are you looking at me like that for? It's the first one I've had in days.
You know, you don't look so hot yourself. Big boy. You're not coming down with it, too.
Oh, your nose. First, Ryan. Ah, poor kid. Things are tough enough for her right now. Well, let's hope it isn't serious, okay? Oh.
Hello?
Maggie.
Hey, what's the matter?
Nothing. I just thought you were Maeve, that's all.
Oh, I'm not.
What's on your mind?
A lot. Johnny, has Roger been by this morning by any chance? I have to find him. Oh, okay. Guess I was just hoping he missed me too and he might have dropped by. I don't really think he's gonna change his mind.
Ah, come on, Dee. Never say never.
The thing is, I'd like him to know that Dan's out of the picture now. I don't ever have to see him anymore. I don't owe him the money.
All right. That's pretty fantastic. How did it happen?
He went away on a vacation, long vacation with his family.
That was fast.
Yeah, I guess so, but after Tizo talked to him, he realized how wrong he'd been, and he promised to leave me alone.
Tizo?
Tizo Novotny. You know.
Yeah, I know who the man is. What do you mean, Tizo talked to him?
You know, he talked to him.
Yeah, but what did he say exactly?
I don't know, but it helped. In fact, Dan felt so bad that he canceled the loan to make up for all the trouble he caused me.
Sure, and then he just disappeared.
No, he went away on a cruise or something.
Oh, yeah, I bet he did. Right to the bottom of the East River.
Johnny, you shouldn't believe all those stories you read.
What kind of stories, Dee? I got eyes to see with. Besides, weren't you the one who was walking around here a couple of weeks ago talking about gun miles and rubbing people out?
Well, that was before I knew him. He's really sweet.
Oh.
And besides, ever since I've gotten to know him, things have been better for me. Hey, I didn't tell you about my new business.
Oh, what do you mean?
I'm going into the restaurant business, like you. Well, not like you. My place is going to be much bigger and glamorous with lots of celebrities, lots of crystal and lights, really special.
Well, that's a beautiful dream, Dee, but come on.
It's not a dream. I mean, it was something I wanted for a long time, but it's going to be real.
But, Dee, you got any idea what you're talking about? A place like that is going to cost a small fortune just to open the doors.
Well, that's sort of what I've got. See, ever since Dan stopped being my broker, I had a terrific turnaround. I had a terrific run of good luck, and I took that money right out of the market for good, and I'm putting it into the restaurant business.
You're serious?
Yes! I'm looking for a building today.
Well, I'll be a son of a... Oh, hi, darling. How'd it go?
Not very well. Hello, Dee.
Sweetheart, I told you not to go down there today. I don't want you putting yourself into that kind of position.
Yes, John, yes. How's Ryan?
Well, you better have a look at her. I think she's running a bit of a fever.
I thought she was behaving strangely before I left. I'd best go look at her.
I better get out of the way myself. I don't want to catch a cold or anything. I'm going to be so busy. Is little John okay?
Oh, yes, he's fine. He's downstairs with Mrs. Shaw. Oh, he mentioned to me that you were going to take him to the zoo today.
Oh, yeah, he asked me about that yesterday, but... I guess I can. I'd like that.
Well, make sure he's bundled up.
I will. Bye.
Have a good time.
Dee. You want to tell me about it?
There is nothing to tell, John. The man is determined to lock himself off from the rest of the world. He's taken his pain and using it to keep everyone who loves him away from him so they can't reach him. I've never seen him like this.
Oh, yes, you have. You just don't remember
All right,
when you've
John,
seen him like this.
please don't give me an I told you so. I'm furious enough with him. I don't need that. Not today.
I think the baby's up. I just don't like to see yourself putting in that kind of position.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Forget that he came into our lives? As if Mary and that child... Anyway, I better go see her. Is she awake?
Yeah, I think so. Well, what am I supposed to say to her, Finn, huh? I mean, how am I supposed to keep her from tearing herself apart? When she puts her faith in someone, you just can't pull her away. Finelli, I wish the man had never walked into this... No, I will not say that.
All right, I'm back. You can stop pouring your heart out to that poor beast. I'm sorry, Finn.
How's she doing?
Well, she feels to me like she has a little temperature.
All right, sweet.
Take her, John. I think I'll call
Sure.
Faith.
My
Just check to
baby.
be sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
Dr. Coleridge, please. Faith Coleridge. Oh, she doesn't feel too good, do you?
No.
Dr. Coleridge.
Ah, Faith, it's Maeve.
Oh, Maeve, hi. How are you?
Oh, well, I'm fine, dear, but it's just Ryan I'm a little concerned about. It's probably nothing serious, but I think she's coming down with something. Her temperature's up, and she seems to have a bit of a sore throat.
Well, there's a flu going around. I can try to stop by later, but I don't think I'm going to be out of here till after dinner tonight. How would you feel about bringing her over here?
Oh, do you think that's necessary?
Well, probably not, but it's always best to be sure. I'm filled most of the afternoon with patients, but... Can you come over now?
Oh, I'll be there in a few minutes.
Okay, I'll clear the decks here.
Okay, dear. Bye-bye. Bye. Faith thinks it's best if we bring her over to Riverside, just to be certain.
All right. I don't know, she just feels a little hotter than she did before. Oh, what kind of father have you got, little girl, who sits around feeling sorry for himself when... Oh, I don't know why I should be surprised. Proves what I've been saying all along.
Yes.
What?
Oh, John, would you mind getting her dressed? Put on her warm blue shirt and her red sweater. And just go on now, and I'll be in a minute.
Okay.
Jack. Oh, I'm so glad you put the phone back on the hook.
Well, it's been almost an hour since you last tried. I figured it's about time to hear from you again.
Jack, I have no time to go into that now. I want you to know that we're a little concerned about Ryan. Probably nothing serious, but she seems to be coming down with something. Her fever is up, and, well, I'm going to take her over to see Faith because she wants to take a look at her. Jack?
Yeah.
I just thought you should know. Bye-bye.
Hi.
Faith.
Jack.
What the hell's going on? I've been here 20 minutes trying to find out. Admissions doesn't know any. Pediatrics says there's no finale here.
Please, calm down, dear. Ryan is in with Faith. I didn't mean to suggest we were admitting her to the hospital, only that she was sick enough to ask for help. Faith wanted to see her right away.
Only. Well, what's the matter with her?
I don't know.
Well, you know something. You said she had a fever.
Well, yes, quickly it developed.
What does that mean?
It means I called Faith, and then I called you.
Because you think it's serious.
Because I think a child needs a father under any circumstances.
I didn't come up here for that lecture. I want to know what the hell is the matter with my kids.
So do I, my dear, and we're going to have to just wait until Faith finishes her examination. And in the meantime, will you possibly spare me your sarcasm? Because I'm not in the mood for it.
Sorry.
Good. Jack, come sit down with me. They're going to be a while.
Oh, really? Come on, let's go see what's over here. Okay. Oh. Hold my hand. Wonder what's over here. Huh? I wonder what's over here. Look. Oh. You know what that is? Yeah. What? A gorilla. Yeah. pretty? I don't know. I guess we're going over here.
He sat down on his grapefruit.
Well, maybe his mommy didn't teach him about table manners. Look.
He's funny.
I think he's beautiful. Let's see his name. Prince Albert. Gorilla Berengai. That's his Latin name. Despite their fierce appearance, gorillas are shy, peace-loving animals.
Is he friendly?
Well, I wouldn't want to be in the cage with him.
Does he eat meat?
I don't know.
Learn to eat meat here. In his natural habitat, he'd live on salads.
Adam, how are you? Do you know Little John?
Sure, we met a couple of times at Ryan's. Hey, little John.
Hi.
What kind of salad?
Oh, leaves and roots and vines. Fruit sometimes when he could find it. And bamboo shoots. Gorillas are crazy about bamboo shoots.
Oh, yeah? Well, we should take him out to lunch at Lem's. How come you know so much about gorillas?
I did a thesis on primate behavior. And I practically grew up at the monkey house in the Bronx Zoo.
You come here often?
Yeah. Yeah, I went to school with the zoologist in charge of primates here, and we try to keep in touch.
Well, that's nice.
He's a terrific guy. His name's Owen Douglas. I'd introduce you to him, but he's not around this afternoon. As a matter of fact, Owen was on the expedition that brought Prince Albert to the United States.
No kidding?
Yeah. He was an orphan. Prince Albert was, not Owen. Owen was a very bright undergraduate at Columbia. He had a chance to do some field work with one of their big guns in biology. He was 6 months in Africa. One afternoon, they were observing a group of gorillas, and Albert's mother fell out of a tree and killed herself.
She committed suicide?
No. Gorillas are really too big to be climbing around in trees. They do it, but it's not altogether safe. Anyway, Albert was orphaned, and nobody in the group adopted him. Owen finally became friendly with him and brought him home.
And they've been friends ever since.
That's right.
Just like you and Max, huh, Little John? Sort of. It's a nice story, though, isn't it? Whoa!
Show you his toys, Little John.
I think he's trying to entertain
I
us.
think you may be right. Time out.
Guess you heard about Roger and me?
Indirectly, yes. I'm very sorry.
Me too. I keep hoping maybe things are gonna get better.
I hope so, too.
Thanks. Does Roger seem sad?
Yes, very. Remote, unhappy.
He's probably just mad. You know, you were absolutely right. I should have told him about my troubles with Dan right from the beginning, but... Never mind, it's too late now. Whoa. I didn't know that gorillas actually did that.
Oh, the chest beating display is a very important part of gorilla communication.
What does it mean?
Well, I think that meant that I just finished my lunch and look how wonderful I am. But it can mean anything from, look out, you're on my turf and you're in heavy trouble, to, come on, baby, let's go to my place.
I think he really likes company.
Sure he does.
Well, I'm sorry we're going to have to go, but little John wants to go see the elephants. And then we have to get home. Would you like to go see the elephants with us?
I surely would.
You didn't do a thesis on them, too, did you?
Oh, no, unfortunately not. Well, goodbye, Al.
Bye, Prince Albert. We'll come back and see you again soon. Come on.
Jack, for heaven's sake, sit down. Get it out a bit. Ryan can't possibly get any worse with Faith examining her.
Well, she might. How do I know? You can't even tell me what's wrong with her. I don't mean it's your fault. I'm going.
No. Just wait. Give it a few more seconds, please.
Well, suppose Ryan's scared. You're not there. Now, what if Faith's going to give her a shot or something? Somebody should be in there to hold her. Now, look, I have a right.
Down. If she were crying, we would hear her through the door, now would we not? Besides, she's not alone. Her grandfather's with her.
He is, huh?
Yes. And the look on your face, my dear, is a good reason why I don't want you barging in there. I mean, you don't want your daughter seeing you in this frame of mind.
Yeah, why'd you set it up like this, then?
What? Set what up?
Why aren't you in there with her?
Because that would have left John to greet you here, and you'd be halfway down to Weehawken Street by now.
What, am I some kind of idiot? Has to be handled, manipulated? Is she sick or not?
She is sick. Now, I've pulled a few tricks in my time, that's true, but I am not about to frighten you with the safety of your own child, even if it meant it would unite you for life. I don't have that in me.
I'm sorry. It's just that I didn't say I was coming. You still expected me, so I...
This is all I did, dear. I notified you that Ryan was ill. As you say, you have a right. And beyond that, I trusted Mary's judgment. She knew you to be a certain kind of man, which you've just proven, and I'm not surprised. You simply behaved as Jack, the man my daughter loved and I love, as he would have. And frankly, let me tell you, I welcome the change. Somebody can't wait to get out.
Such a brave little girl.
Well, she's okay. She has a bug that I think we can knock with ampicillin. I gave her a shot, and I gave Johnny a prescription, which I want her to have every 4 hours until it's all used up. And then we'll see about a refill, but I don't think she'll need it. She was a brave little one. She feels pretty awful.
She's so hot.
Well, she's running 104. It'll drop quickly. Once she gets home, she'll sleep, and when she wakes up, she'll be much cooler. Won't you, honey?
What about food?
Keep it light. Toast, soft-boiled eggs, applesauce, ice cream. And I want her to have lots of liquids, lots of juice. That's probably all she'll want now anyway. And Jack, I suggest you take a cab home. I'll try to get down the day after tomorrow. And in the meantime, call me if there's anything.
I'm not sure I can do it right. She's never run a fever this high.
Well, apparently it's not going to last long.
No, it shouldn't.
Well, then we'll keep her with us. We were expecting to anyway, right?
John, it's the holiday week. Lord, we're going to be busy and tired, and Mrs. Shaw's not available for full time. No, I think that Ryan would be much happier with her dad.
He was off a couple of days ago. It's on now, but...
Then maybe you'll accept my original suggestion, that you and Ryan stay with us, and you can use the apartment to work in.
I might be okay for Ryan, but I don't know about the rest of us.
Well, if it suits Ryan, the rest of us will just have to make do.
Okay. For a while.
dee dee da dum ba dum ba da dee da 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 dee da dee dee dee
Mom?
dee dee.
Wow.
Oh, darling. Happy New Year. How are you? Did Joe come with you? Wow, what do you mean, wow?
Wow, you humming and everything.
Oh, was I? Well, I was just standing here trying to decide whether to iron those curtains or to go the whole hog and take them down and wash them.
I haven't seen you like this since Mary. Did something happen?
Well, Jack and Ryan are going to stay with us.
Oh, how on earth did you get through to him?
No, it wasn't me, my dear. It was Ryan.
Babe, I think your temperature's going down.
Yes?
Hi.
Hi. Ryan's sick?
Well, you have to take her to Faith. Who your folks did, and I met him at the hospital.
Not serious, dear. Is she settled in?
Sorry, asleep.
Hey, what about this oven?
Just leave it on, John. It warms the place. Oh, just keep an ear out for Ryan. It warms the
Sure,
place.
I'm not going anyplace. She tell you?
That you're staying? I'm very happy.
Yeah, well, we'll, see how it goes. How you doing?
I'm okay. Sometimes.
Joe?
He's fine. How are you doing?
Up and down.
Down mostly?
Mostly.
You know, I find that there's a lot of